I will continue with you on security, because a lot of people think that, look, the police have been used in terms of compromising the process of election. I will continue, in that conversation, but I want to bring in our correspondents from Kogi State, Femi Akande and Demola Lawrence. Femi, we're waiting till 9 p.m. It's almost 9 p.m. for collation to resume. What's the latest you can tell us?
Yes, well, Precious, just like us, every other person is waiting until 9 p.m. That's political party agents, and including those watching on live television, the candidates, all Kogites waiting with bated breath to know who will emerge victorious from the whole electoral process that started yesterday. They are waiting for INEC to be done with the exercise and announce a winner that will be returned as elected. My colleague Demola and I have been on ground here in Kogi State, monitored the whole electoral process. He was in Kogi East Central District. I was in the Central District watching the whole process. But now, Demola, let's talk about the breaking news that came from INEC, where they finally responded to the claims that some polling units in the Kogi Central District, the results from those polling units were fraudulent and all of that. But now INEC has settled all of that argument. What INEC is saying is that 9 local governments in Ogori-Magongo local government area, 9 polling units in Ogori-Magongo local government area will hold elections next week, Saturday. But how did that change the mood right here in the Collation Center, because we're both together here when that breaking news came in?
I think to a large extent that has also changed the narrative that has been on the social media, and of course the resident of Kogi has been waiting for what is going to happen with that particular news when it broke yesterday, and INEC said they were going to look into the matter, and indeed they said in 24 hours they were going to look into it. Just 2 hours ago, that 24 hours, before the 24 hours elapsed, they were able to wade into the man, came up with a statement. So I think that to a large extent, INEC has also, stayed through to their words by saying that in the last 24 hours they're going to do it. Monitoring the process so far, most especially when you talking about here at the headquarters, you could see that some of the party agents, some of them were a bit agitated. For example, the Social Democratic Party agent was a bit agitated, wanted to know what INEC was saying. It was looking as if he doesn't even have the memo of what has transpired between yesterday and today. INEC had to tell him again, the news has already been broken. 9 words in the Ogori-Magongo local government. The election will come up on November 18. Just 1 word was actually announced today, and of course the remaining 4 local governments that was in contention, has already been put to rest, unless anything happened otherwise. Which of course the discretion now is on the state returning officer to know exactly what to do, which of course that's a lacuna that INEC left, that said, okay, the state returning officer is the one to now decide what happens eventually.
Let's make a comparison now. We saw what happened in Imo State, where there were some kind of agitations, where tempers flared, and a party agent had to be forcibly removed from the state collation center. How well would you say the state returning officer here has been able to handle the situation, handle different emotions, and ensure that there's decorum?
I think one of the places that we need to first start from is the fact that a lot of people didn't actually see the coordination that will come in Kogi State. When I say coordination, I'm talking about security-wise, and INEC is going to be able to coordinate themselves. But I must say that at this particular place, INEC has been able to do that. First of all, you remember when the state return officer said, if you have a petition, challenge it to the appropriate quarters. If you make mess of anything, the security agents will do the needful, and everybody has been able to coordinate themselves. Just little infractions here and there, people trying to ask questions, and compared to what we have in Imo and probably Bayelsa, I think Kogi State, to a large extent, in terms of coordination, from every aspect, INEC, security, and of course the decorum that people are actually keeping at the INEC headquarters has been very interesting so far.
Yes, a lot of people are commending security agencies, for ensuring peace, maintaining peace during the whole electoral process, because people were able to come out to cast their ballot in a safe and secure environment. Even the ballot, the votes was protected by these security agencies. And before INEC came out with that statement, settling all dust raised as to the status of the election, the results in about 4 local governments, that's Okene, Adavi, Okenyi, Ajaokuta, yes. Yeah. A lot of people before INEC came to settle all of that, a lot of people were beginning to question the integrity of the electoral umpire. But in general, what are you hearing from the party agents you have interacted with? What are people talking? What are people saying?
I think let's first start from where INEC took it from when they had their press conference 2 days ago, and they said that if any of their staff, whether adult staff or their permanent staff, is caught in the middle of the electoral malpractices, of course, they have to wield the big stick on any of those staff. And I think that is the line they have told in this particular situation, by saying that we'll do our investigation. You can even see from the press statements they released, they said any of their staff that is culpable in this act, of course, that is what they're going to do. So if you look at from that perspective, I think INEC got it right. Then talking to some of these agents, they've also, to a large extent, they've also been very happy.
Demola, hold on, Precious is trying to come in here. Hi, Precious.
Femi, we have to butt into your conversation. Interesting details there, but the collation has resumed, and so we need to get live pictures from the collation where you are.
Yes, indeed, Precious. Absolutely. Oh, yes, we'll get back in and watch the collation unfold. Just one local government left.